It took me a while to learn that I had to change my mindset in order to earn six figures. Growing up poor and in the hood, there wasn't much room for having an opportunistic mindset. Most people where I grew up kind of live a basic life, where they think that only the rich can get rich in life. And if this is where you started out, this is probably where you're gonna end your life in, being poor. That type of mindset gets you nowhere. It wasn't until I developed a six-figure mindset where I was able to make six figures by just the age of 23. Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Chris Mo. If you don't know me, I do $1 to $2 million in construction sales, got a six-figure income, some passive investments, and I love business. You see, I make these videos so I can teach my generation the truth about living a better life and just to talk about business. That way we can both grow and hopefully we can build something together in the future. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how I developed a six-figure mindset. Hopefully my experience can help rewire other people's brain so that they too can achieve a six-figure mindset, which can overall affect their income. I'll make sure to break it down into 5 easy steps so you can start rewiring your brain today. So without further ado, let's get started. So what does it mean to be a six-figure person? Simple. It's anyone who makes over $100,000 a year to $999,000 a year in income. Most people want to break 100K because it is said to believe that this is where life begins to give you more freedom. And coming from someone who broke six figures at 23, it does. It took me a while in order to break six figures. I mean, 23 is fairly young, but I've been down this whole self-improvement journey for the last 8 years now. It was about time, if anything. I'm kidding. However, I will tell you this. There was no one in my family or anyone close as a friend who taught me the truth behind breaking six figures. A lot of what I learned was through YouTube, Google, books, and other influencers online. And I was just going through the path of life, trying so many different side hustles, just trying to break six figures. It wasn't until I learned to shift my mindset where I was able to develop a six-figure mindset and break six figures. You see, at one point in my life, I was working at T-Mobile, barely making $30,000 to $45,000 a year. I soon upgraded to a commission-only pay scale and really tested my sales skills. Coming into this line of work, I remember the owner of the first company that I was working at told me that people in that company were making anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 a month. I thought numbers like that were just a fairy tale where people were just using those numbers to sell courses online. Nobody makes that type of money. No way, I thought. And even when a coworker showed me their $10,000 check, I still had a hard time believing it. It wasn't until I had my first $10,000 check that I did start to believe it. So how did I change my mindset in order to break six figures? Let me tell you, I struggled for a long time in believing things were possible for a guy like me because I just wasn't accustomed to certain things. No one in my circle was making six figures, nor did I grow up with someone in my family or some close friend who was making it in the world. Majority of what I knew to be true was fed to me in my school and by my parents and the things that were around me, which in reality had nothing to do with making six figures. So I was stuck in a limited mindset. And that's going to be step 1. Understanding that you have a limited mindset based on what you were educated. And for some of us, that may be little to almost nothing of how the real world works. Once you understand that, you can start beginning to rewire your brain. Because if you don't think that you have a problem, then you won't be able to find the solution. The next step is going to be to increase your learning. In order to break six figures, you have to become a learning machine. You have to gain a skill, but not just any skill. A high income skill. For me, it was sales. Transferring to a high ticket sales career accelerated my chances of breaking six figures. In order for you to break six figures, you have to place yourself in a marketplace where you have the ability to do so. You're not gonna break six figures just flipping burgers. You're better off starting a business that you can scale, or just do what I did and get a commission only pay scale job. The third step is going to be to surround yourself with greatness. What do I mean by that? Well, at this point in my life, I only have a handful of friends. And it's not because I'm lame, it's because I've started to cut out a lot of my loser friends. Meaning, if you have no ambition on wanting to be better, wanting to build something for yourself, always being negative, then I don't want to be your friend. I learned that the 5 closest people who you hang out with the most will resemble how you're most likely going to be like. So cut off all your loser friends and get better friends. Just saying, this includes family as well. And if you're struggling to find friends whom are wanting to be successful as well, do what I did and find them online. Some people who I consider friends don't even know I exist. Mostly influencers and authors from books who have given nothing but valuable content. Make friends with them by diving into their content. The fourth thing you're going to want to do is take repetitive action. What do I mean by that? Look, it took me a while before I got good at sales. I would practice mornings and nights just to get good at my pitch. There was a point through that whole entire process that I wanted to quit because I just didn't believe that I was cut out for it. But practicing nonstop until I couldn't get it wrong was when I was able to break my first $10,000 a month. So you have to remember that you're not going to hit a home run the first time around. It's going to take repetitive action, meaning you're going to fail a lot. Lastly, the fifth thing you need in order to achieve a six-figure mindset, and this is going to be the most important thing of it all, which is having faith. Most people don't believe that they're worth it. They don't believe that it's even possible, but that's because of the limited mindset that they were brought upon. At least that was my issue. It wasn't until I couldn't stop thinking, dreaming, and envisioning that one day I would get a $10,000 check. And then I finally did get one. It was crazy. I would even have dreams about having a $10,000 check in my account. That's how much you have to believe. There can't be any room for doubt. If you don't believe, you're not going to achieve. There's no other secret formula besides this. I mean, really, it's not rocket science. But it took me taking risk and working my ass off in order to figure out the formula to break six figures. And a lot of the problem for all of it was just having a limited mindset. When I rewired my brain, I was able to achieve that six-figure income that I was always dreaming about. I got more freedom, more options, and life has never been better. I say all this not to show off, but to show people that this is actually possible, that anyone can do it. And being rich is not only for the rich. We can achieve anything that we want. We just have to find a different angle to figure out how we can achieve it. Using these 5 steps can help anyone achieve a six-figure mindset. It has worked for several others and it definitely worked for me. So before you go and leave hateful comments, I would say go give it a try and then let me know what you think. Besides that, hopefully this video gave you the stepping stones to start changing your mindset today. That way you can go ahead and achieve that six-figure income that you've always dreamt of having. So if you found some value in this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.